Okay, so my name is Janice Porter, and my title of my presentation today is The Money is in the Mailbox. And I use that in kind of a twofold meaning, and I hope that I'm going to be able to show you how I link the two parts of my business so they both have an essence of bringing money into your mailbox. So first part of my business is LinkedIn, and then send out cards. So Adele, you're going to have to tell me it because I can't see you. So let me know if there's any issue with my time. Okay. So I use a multi-step process, and I didn't say a number of steps because it changes actually depending on how quickly I really do connect with somebody. So on LinkedIn, I might get a new connection request from somebody, and I go through a little synopsis of my own through their profile to see if I really think it's somebody I want to connect with. And if I do, then I start my relationship building process with them on LinkedIn through a messaging strategy. And in that messaging strategy, I'm building rapport. I'm looking at how I can connect with that person based on what I see on their profile. I'm trying to provide some value. And then my goal is to take it offline to a Zoom call, or heaven forbid, we used to have coffee dates if they were local, things like that. And I try to, and then I solidify the relationship by using a tangible touch greeting card. So when I've taken them offline and I go to a Zoom call or an in-person meeting, usually that's when I ask for their mailing address, because they've got enough trust in me, they've built enough rapport up with me that it doesn't offend them to give it to me. I usually have no trouble getting mailing addresses from people. And so that moves into now the things I want to point out to you about the send out card system that I use, because I want you to think about who you know that might find this valuable. So you may have seen these stats before. Did you know that only 3% of the mail we receive is personal, and greeting cards have a 100% open rate? I know when I get one, I'm so excited because it's not junk mail and it's not a bill. And that's why they have such power when they come to your mailbox. And one other stat that I think is really important, that we ignore people, and 68% of customers are lost because they don't feel appreciated. So what would be the advantage of having a relationship marketing system? Well, it saves you time and money. It increases your referral business, and it helps improve customer retention and increase, therefore, your bottom line. And these things have been proven to happen if you are consistent and you do what I actually said. It's a system. And so you create some campaigns and some specific cards that you can send out automatically. However, I'm going to focus today on a few things that are not so cookie cutter. So there's some traditional things that there's always a reason to send a card. If you get into the habit of sending a card, there's always a reason. And these are some of the traditional ideas for card sending. New client thank you, birthdays, anniversaries, thanking someone for the referral, somebody sending someone a get well card. And then, of course, the holiday cards. And this is the season. American Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, you name it, there's something going on all the time. And those are the traditional things that you can definitely find a reason to send a card for. So I'm going to start with that by just giving you some inspiration around the types of cards that I love to send. So yes, I know it's not even Black Friday yet, but the countdown has begun for the holiday season. And so what I like to recommend to my clients is, if you're going to send holiday cards this year, and if you're going to send them at all, this is the year to do it. So especially with the year that we've had and how we're not really as connected to people as we would like to be right now. What just happened there? That's weird. There we go. So if you're going to do it early. Be the person that sends your cards at the beginning of December, or even the last week in November, so they get there the first week of December. Because guess what? Your cards will be on display longer. And maybe you branded the back of them. Maybe it's your business holiday card that you've created something for. So you want to have it, work its magic. The second inspiration is always to send gratitude. Send out kindness, send out thanks to people. As I said in my earlier infomercial, don't forget to thank people and to remember people, because they'll forget you if you don't. So just to send a card to say, hey, I'm thinking of you and I appreciate you, is always a good thing. Here's another inspiration. So we've been at home for a long time now. So what stay-at-home skills have you acquired? Have you learned to play the guitar? Have you done something new that you didn't do? Do you bake now? I know a friend who started knitting, and she's knitted a scarf every week for somebody for Christmas. So things that you can share with people that you've done. Then there's things like what I call the quirky holidays, like National Dog Day. And here's a really cute image, but maybe you put your dog, or even better, the person you're sending the card to, their dog's picture on the front. They'll never throw it away in that case. And whether it's National Dog Day or National Cat Day or Peanut Butter Day, there are lists actually of quirky holidays that you can find on Google to get some inspiration beyond what I have mentioned. So those are kind of fun. And then here's just a basic kind of motivational, inspirational card for people perhaps that you're coaching or have coached or that you're working with. And this is just one example. Failing is only when you stop trying. And you can create specific cards for your specific industry, business, coaching, practice, whatever. I use Canva a lot, where I create images and put them on the front of my cards that are specific to the people that I'm working with. And then my favorite, you've been brownied. So with send out cards, we have these brownies that everybody loves. And I always find, I tell people that they go better when they're warm, with a little scoop of vanilla ice cream, to die for. So if you surprise somebody by sending a card and a couple of brownies for no apparent reason, you're like a hero. Honestly, it's amazing. And the last piece of inspiration I will give you is something I use all the time, and that is taking social media photos. I use Facebook mostly because that's where you can easily grab photos that people have put on there. Sometimes I go through my news feed, I save the posts, and then at the end of the day, I grab those photos that have inspired me of people I want to send a card to. And nothing is better than an unexpected, heartfelt card to someone who isn't really expecting it. And by the way, I'm sure Blair can speak to this, that I've taken like my 100 top people in a list, in a friends list, that I want to always see their posts, because otherwise they get missed. And that way I can keep on top of the life events that those people are having. So as I said, the unexpected heartfelt card is the key to a relationship-based business, or what I like to call a way to get to the heart of business. And this little cartoon is actually the beginning of a video that is on my website, which tells the story of my LinkedIn and Send Out Cards business. And if you haven't seen it, I'd love you to go do that. And lastly, perfect referrals for me. People in these kinds of businesses who all of these businesses need to stay on top of their past clients in particular, and not be forgotten. Particularly people in direct sales or network marketing, they need to inspire their teams. They need to be on top of the clients that have bought from them. Realtors and mortgage brokers, I think it goes without saying, coaches. And then there's also office managers and personal assistants who do gifts and cards for their bosses. And so I can show them an easy, time-effective, cost-effective way to do that. And so that is it. I hope that gives you a sense of how I put those together. And if you have any questions, I have 10 seconds. So your thoughts or any comments, or if you want to email me or text me, I am happy to show you how you too, if you haven't already, how you too can use the system